You wonder why some games you see these special Zerg cards. That's because your teammate is playing Muta. Let's try it out. To have access to those cards, you need to pick the combat gene. For each level, choose the special Zerg card. Our choice will be Elite Swarm for the first round. Basically, it will give you 1 Elite Zergling per round, and when you sold that card, each Elite Zergling gives you a mineral. It is basically a gold miner upgrade with a little bit of growth. At round 2, we level up and choose the Debilitate gene, which will slow down your enemy attack, your unit attack them. You can hatch unit into this card to enjoy such an upgrade. At the late game, locate Night Swarm to transfer this upgrade to your hatchery or Zagara. So in this case, we could have sold the Protoss card and head to level 3. But since we already have a purple Roaches sitting in the store, I will buy and sell the normal Roaches, so we still have 3 mineral and buy the purple Roaches. We can use those 2 cards to sandwich a cocoon so we can hatch unit into it. So the next round have lots of flying hybrids, but we don't have lots of anti-air, so most likely we're gonna lose. That means we're gonna choose the most economical option instead of the time stop, and then we use rest of our mineral to level up, and we're going to choose the mutated Mutalisk. We don't need the one that gives you elite units or turn your unit into elite, because we're already picking up the card that will give a special version of your Zerg unit, so you don't need to turn them into elite. Well, all of our Mutalisks fall, that means we don't have any anti-air. As predicted, we are not going to win this one. Even if we have time stop, it probably will be really difficult. For round 4, we're choosing the Rampaging Ultralisk. Basically, it gives you Elite Ultralisk per round, and then you will be able to, when you sell that card, it will spawn those Elite Ultralisk. Wow. Hold on here, let me pick the triple reward. I guess I'll go for the AoE attack. It should be working with our Debility upgrades, which is also the reason why you choose the level 3 Mutalisk, because it will bounce, the attack will bounce more times, applying that debuff to all of the enemy units. I was hoping that this Diamondback can generate another Ultralisk card for me, but did not discover that. We can use the cloning vet because we have special Zerg cards and see if we can copy them, but we probably don't use it. And now you can see, even if we have way less Mutalisk, but they're applying debuff to enemy units, so they do way less DPS to us. Alright, we could use another green Ultralisk. The longer you keep them on your board, the more units they're going to spawn. The same idea with the Zergling in terms of economy. We find another hatchery, that will be the third hatchery we have, which is a triple. Let's spend all of our guesses on our hatchery first. You see the Omegalisk attack speed gets slowed by so much compared to the normal Ultralisk. So let's choose an artifact. We don't need the elite, we don't need the pylon, so it boils down to reinforcement or mech infection. We are not hatching mech units, although it gives extra mineral when hatched. We do have a strong saving on mineral because of our Zergling cards. So let's pick the forecast, that will give us random reinforcement. So for level 5 cards, we're gonna choose the Devour. They are high quality air units, have a lot of health. They're way better than the Guardians. They do, I believe they have AoE attack. Right, we're gonna sell this green Ultralisk and have it sandwiched with Zerg cards so it will hatch into a hatchery. Yeah, I think that will be this round. So the reinforcement we got this time is the solar beam, which will do a lot of DPS. You see the enemy units die before it actually contact our units. Right, at this round we can hit our hatchery triple, and we should be... Oh, I'm gonna pick Zagara. Then we're gonna upgrade, and for level 6 Zerg cards, I think both of them are okay. But since we already have majority of our core units, so I'm gonna pick the Monarch Blade. But the Monarch Blade, we probably not going to use it anyway, because all of the upgrade will go to Zagara and the hatchery. What we do need is Night Swarm. If we can have Night Swarm into the Monarch Blade, then we can actually use it properly. But
Nuclear launch detected.
you can basically trade the reinforcement as a 10k army. That way it's easier for you to do the trade-off, to think about, do you want an immediate firepower boost or do you want to wait for something that can give you better growth? Okay, let me tell you a story about me yesterday that I almost destroyed my PC. Yesterday, I decided to take my PC apart and change a radiator fan. The old fan started to make noises, so I bought a new one. I took off the side panel. Of course, it's very dirty, so I have to do a cleaning operation. After vacuuming up all of the dust as much as possible, I go ahead and dismount the radiator. So I took it off successfully, but almost torn off the cable, and I replaced the fan. I saw everything is fine, so I put it back into the case, and only to find out that the new fan is slightly bigger. It's bulkier at the corner because they have this rubber pad to dampening the noise, and that interfered with my RAM stick. So if you're looking for a new PC, assemble it yourself. Make sure you buy a bigger case if you can. But anyway, I forced the radiator back into the case, and it's fine. I lit the PC, it works, except it got worse cooling. My CPU is hitting 100 degrees Celsius. So I was confused because the fan and the radiator works just fine. I took it off and repositioned the fan and tried the old fan and repositioned the radiator. It has no use. So that's like 1 hour pass. So I finally come to the conclusion that maybe I need to redo the whole cooling things. So I took off the mounting on the CPU and I was using a 280mm AIO cooling. So I took the whole thing off, reapplied the thermal paste on my CPU and remount the whole thing. And it finally works as normal. It actually performs better because I repaste everything. I guess somehow during the process of replacing the fan, I somehow loosening the mount on the CPU. So there might be a gap between the AIO and the chip. So be careful when you're dealing with PC yourself. It could be some small mistake you don't even notice. Anyway, everything works fine right now and the noise problem gets solved. So right here, I'm gonna pick the +3 upgrade artifact because we already have the card we needed.
Wow.
And if we can find a Night Swarm, we can combine these upgrades. So choose a Void Construct. If we can have Dark Invasion later on to change the races, we can use this to maximize our Void Shade. 2 of my crucial cards already have lots of upgrades, so I'm gonna give a pass on this Warbot because there's a chance I have tried it where it gives my Zagara gold miner upgrade, so it loses its effect. Okay, I'm gonna choose the Zagara to bank on it, so we might have a triple Zagara. I'm keeping this slot empty so we can have a triple Zagara, and then we'll have our Monarch Blade enter. Oh, another one. Yes, we got Zagara triple here.
Wow.
I will pick this reflector armor. Okay, we can have one Monarch Blade enter because we have nothing to do right now. Need a deploy card to be able to push Zagara and Hatchery apart, so we can have a cocoon in the middle.
Your forces are under attack.
Right, just like that, we push it over. And we're just going to go ahead and see if we can find a Monarch Blade triple. And if not, we're trying to locate Dark Invasion to change our factions and the Void Construct to max out our Void Shade. We're gonna buy and sell this hybrid into Zagara, so Zagara have Void Shade as well. I was giving up on the Cloud player because majority of our units were concentrated in the High Trade and Zagara. The Cloud player effect will become the third greatest card. It's not really, we need another card full of units to make it worth it, so I'm giving up on that.
Your forces
Time stop online.
Your forces are under attack.
So we do have the Dark Invasion to change the faction, but there's no Void Construct. So I'll get this hybrid and that will be it.
The swarm grows.
Infinite cycle of strife and anguish is at an end.
So if you like this build or my story, please leave me a like, and for those who are new to the channel, I got more video here. Thanks.